Hey you guys, this is Alex, 8675309, and this is Let's Play Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword Part 3. Now, in the last part, we had followed Fi, the spirit thing that lives within our sword that's like a computer program, and then we went down to the surface after getting this really neat sword, and we talked to this lady with the pointy hat. Now, we have to go and find Zelda somewhere within the first area, which should just be outside this door. Now, just letting you know, this part is going to have less cutscenes and actually more gameplay, because that's how this part is, thankfully. Now, that is showing us how the beacons actually work. We placed a beacon in the last part, showing us where to go. Literally, you could see them from anywhere. Now, one thing you're going to realize about this game really quick is that you can't go one place to the next without having issues. Looks like these guys are trying to beat up that Goron. Let's just go ahead and take out two. Alright. Yeah, as you can tell, it's been a long time since I've played. I think I remember how to play this now. Okay. That's how you do it. You've tricked them. Okay. It's gonna take me a while to get back used to this. No, what we have to realize is that they have not seen a human-like creature probably ever in their lifetimes, so. Ooh, this bird statue, kind of like the ones that we've seen on Skyloft. Hey. He's Gorko the Goron, and he's a historian, archaeologist type person, and he is basically, you're going to see him a lot throughout this game. Okay. Oh yeah, I love this. People actually live on this skyland, and they... Okay, sounds realistic, right? Okay, you're getting kind of a little off track. Perhaps. The endless spring of water thing, yes. But all the buildings being made of gold. Living forever. Cure all diseases. No, it's beyond amazing. Sure, why not? Ooh. Alright. Alright. So now from here you can actually go up to back to Skyloft or save and quit and cancel. I'm just going to cancel because it would be kind of pointless. Now, I'm going to go run up here really quick. Because this little area right here is going to help us out inside the future. Remember that giant log? Well, now we can actually roll it off this hill to create a nice little platform. So now, instead of having to go all the way back through the sealed grounds, all you gotta do is just jump up here. Nice and simple. Yeah, I was really excited because I found out that running GameCube games off of a USB is now possible. I was ecstatic when I heard that. The only issue is well, how it works. I'm not a big fan of, because see, apparently, when you have your game, I'm trying to find the right blue. Oh, well, here's the first area, Faron Woods. I always kind of liked the forest areas in the Legend of Zelda series. They're always kind of neat, and Fee will give us a little rundown on the basics of what the area is. Of course. Now this covers a wide area of our map. There we go. Okay. Where is that blue? Wait. Nope, that wasn't it. Ah, I have to find the stupid blue. Because I was... Actually... There it is. Alright. Now... Oops. As of course in any Legend of Zelda game, you get the Goddess's Sword, one of the most powerful weapons inside the game, and you use it to cut grass. But anyway, as I was talking about running the GameCube games off of the off of the USB, sorry, is that, well, it was thought to have been impossible. This is just pretty much you just gotta swing it back and forth and stuff, you know, gain speed. But, people would have thought, you know, it's impossible because the GameCube doesn't support USB, and then the GameCube actually boots. You know, when you run the... Whoops. Okay, these things are dangerous. They are like mines. Set them off by hitting it with your sword. Shoot. But essentially, it boots into like a GameCube. You know, it boots into the GameCube OS. And so that's how it's reverse compatible, because you're literally running the old software. But there is, of course, an issue with that. Anything else like the USB ports, which were non-existent on a GameCube, cannot be used. I'm like, okay. Well, just the other day, I read up that, hey, someone's cracked that. Someone now made it so you can use the USB. Oh, great. Some more of these guys messing with a weird plant-like creature. Pretty simplistic. Alright, let's see what this guy's problem is. But yeah, so essentially what it does is you back up your GameCube disc to your hard drive. These things are weird. But then, when you want to run your game, it'll copy the ISO to your SD card and run it off that, because apparently, I believe there was a mod, like a separate peripheral for the GameCube that allowed you to use SD cards. So, I picked up a highly interesting spike. Okay. course. Alright. So, the issue is like a lot of people would be like, well, so what? I mean, just put them on your SD card, right? Well, there's an issue with that. See, I do brawl modding, right? And I'm also too lazy to go out and buy a new SD card. So, my SD card has 0.3 gigabytes left. Great, now this is just going to be a run of, this is just going to be a game of trying to catch the Kikwis. But, so, you have that, right? And it's just going to get to the point now where, I either have to choose between running GameCube games or my mods. Now, normally people would say, why do you need, you know, that extra space, you know, why can't you just get a 4 gigabyte memory card and call it good? Well, you have to understand how brawl modding works. I'm not using, if I were using a program, an app called Revolution, I would be able to run, I would have no problem at all with that. But I'm not, because I'm running off of a backup. And Revolution has a thing with backups saying, anybody that uses backups is a pirate. I hate that. I really do. Okay. Yeah, I love when that happens. Alright, well. Oh yeah, I forgot you're supposed to attack the mushroom. Anyway, so I can only use Brawl Mod for the way that I do it. I use the file patch code, which is through Gecko, which can only be done up to 2 gigabytes. So I need a 2 gigabyte card, and that's what I'm using. So it's either that or that. Kinda stinks, but you know, I can't do anything about it. Yeah, why would I? Okay, this is Machi. Okay, so she's in big trouble. Not a good thing. Great. Okay, so she escaped with the Kikwis Elder. No, she's definitely not in danger anymore. Okay. Okay. Well, for the fact that I haven't dowsed lately. Okay. Well then, better go find that elder. Let's go and push this thing down first and not climb on top of it. Alright, and we're going to pick this up right here. Now, I haven't really told you guys what those things are. Here, I'll pull up that right now. If you notice right here, we have our collection stuff. This area right here is used for upgrading materials. Alright, so like this right here, if I have a bunch of the amber relics, I will be able to go and get tons of you know, whatever this can be added onto. Like, I can upgrade my equipment, shield, bow and arrow once I get it, etc., etc. The bugs, which we'll learn how to catch bugs later, can be ground into different potions. Then these right here are different key items that you'll get throughout the game. Most of them are just side quests, so they're not really that big to deal with. So yeah, that's how that one works. Alright, well the shield's already taken some damage, but we are actually going to go up here. You're going to realize that your shield is not going to be one of your most used things. Or at least that's how I play. How about you? Here we go, let's just kill this guy. Pretty easy. Alright. Usually in this area they're kind of like keys or something. Alright, well now we have the drop on these guys. Of course, like, that's gonna matter, right? Well, I found that if you go and if you pretend to be on like one side, if Link actually doesn't mess up, you can actually change directions pretty quick, or like when they're about to slash, you can do that as well. We're just gonna knock that right back at him. Now see how you do that is you know how you bring your shield up? When you go to use shield, bash it back to him essentially. So it's pretty easy to do. And done. Sometimes I like the more stylish kills, just for the fun of it. Alright. Alright, now I'm going to go and I'm going to pause this and then be right back, because I am the idiot who forgot to plug in their computer before recording. Actually, never mind, the plug is right here. This is so unprofessional, but I'm just going to plug it in right now. Make sure that my video recorder is still recording and it's good. Alright. Sorry about that. Alright, now I'm just going to go attack these. Chop, chop. Okay. Now, we're going to learn more about this. Shoot. We're going to learn more about this door later on. It's actually kind of neat what you got to do to this thing. But of course, that is further down on the road. There we go. Now, of course, these enemies will become more and more frequent. Easy. Got a heart from that. Alright. Now we gotta just jump across. You can tell when I'm getting frustrated with something, because now we have to go all the way back up the hill. And then we gotta come back up here. Okay, let's try this again, shall we? Okay, line it up, and finally, got it. Now, I'm assuming that this is the Kikwis Elder. He's pretty big. Bucha. Okay. Okay.
Oh, wow, 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 wow.
Oh, great. If these creatures stayed back and said the goddesses were, and they're not even able to fight little tiny monsters, how are they? How do they normally fight? Okay. No. Okay. Now, just so I can show you guys how to use the dowsing feature really quick. You press and hold the C button. You choose which target you want. You can choose just to look around, which allows you to have a first-person view of everything. And a nifty one, just looking for different ways. Like, for instance, I see that up there. You know, how do I get up there? I don't know. You know, you're going to have to look around to find that. But when you're dowsing, like, for instance, let's choose Kikwis, you can use the sword, and it will point you in the right direction of whichever Kikwis are. Kind of interesting. I don't use it. Personally, I just like to explore. You know, that just makes it to point A to point B for me. But, oops. Ooh. Come here, fairy. No! I wanted to catch you! Darn you. Okay. Well, that was not exactly what I wanted, because now I just waste a stupid potion. But now, see, like right here, this is where I would definitely use the look around feature. I'd try looking for a way to get up there, but there is none in here. So, obviously, you can't do anything about that. Now, tightrope, just fall off. And I would suggest doing something like this, because you can actually go and shake these things off so that they don't harm you later. Link. Alright. Oh my gosh. Well, actually, this might have been wise. We just skipped a whole portion of that thing that we didn't need to go over. So, I'm guessing we're good here. Weird crow-like creature. Well, I killed it. Now, I have to say that the beam of light that you got is really, it's not as strong, but it's good if you don't want to go and take out enemies, you know, when you're right next to them. So it's pretty nifty. Yeah, we're gonna have to do that again at some point, but not right now. Let's see here. Oh, I got more of those crows on us. I think there's a Kikwis over here, that's why I'm hanging out over here for a little bit. Alright, then he's gonna come at us. There we go. As I said, now, instead of him coming up right next to us to attack, we can always attack him from a distance. Which there's gonna be tons of those enemies in this area, so I might as well just run. Now, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, there is one up here. We got the fruit. Now, just drop down, and... Yep. Wow, really? You're not obvious at all. Just to make sure there's nowhere else for you to hide. Okay. Mm-hmm. Alright, so now let's jump down and totally surprise these guys. Alright. Let's see, I love how there are enemies in the area, but they're still somewhat okay with me being here. Just somewhat. Now, this is actually really useful for when cutting grass, because where you gotta charge it, then there you go. Personally, I wish we had the Twilight Princess way of cutting grass. You know, you can continuously run and cut grass at the same time. But of course, I don't think that. I think that was kind of broken, and it probably didn't work too well with the motion control. Alright, so let's just come under here, and... which one of these are... oh, there he is. Alright. Ooh, look at this. We can push down another log. This is actually near the beginning, if you guys remember, because there's that pit with the with the sand and the rope and all that. Alright. We're off to a pretty good start. Uh-oh. There we go. Got a heart and a collection item. Now there's another Kikwis here, and it's actually pretty easy to find him. You just gotta fall down the hole. Come right around through here. There he is. Ulo. Okay. Their names are all kind of weird. Woo, okay. Now I do like this because you can tell that something was here, because if you look, there are remnants of some sort of building. Yeah, so it's just kind of interesting to think, you know, what was here before all this was here, you know? I mean, you can almost see what looks like almost like a tower there, you know, where that tree is. You know, just stuff like that. And then, of course, you have this perfectly well-preserved fence and structure here, you know. It's all kind of interesting. That also makes me wonder if it's man-made or not. Alright, well now, to get back to that little, tightrope walking thing we were doing, let's get back on that. Now I found if you just go right, left, as... because I had to move the Wiimote back and forth. If you do it as he steps, it makes it pretty easier. Yeah, it makes it pretty easy. Pretty easier. Alright, now this guy is a little bit different, because he has a horn, and you're going to see what he does. There we go. Now beware, you cannot do this on enemies later in the game where I just go like this, because they will start to punish you for that. Yeah, now see, if you guys notice, if you see any trees that have red on them, if you cut that area, you will get stuff. Okay, I suppose. Ooh, this one actually has eyes. Okay. Now, pressing 2 isn't really necessary. There we go, got that. Now there's just one more over here. Now, of course, if you guys remember what you did to that stag beetle. I really do feel sorry for those guys. Yes, it was effective. Lopsa, okay. I love how she pops out and ends up scaring these guys every single time, and she still doesn't realize it. Alright, so now we just gotta go and grab onto this thing. Now you can actually climb up and slide down these things to change your different positions. But of course, then you can just swing. Of course, the further down you are, the more you're gonna get, swinging-wise, and, you know, all that stuff. So, you're gonna want to make sure that you're swinging at just the right, you know, you're swinging at just the right, length of vine so you can actually go where you want to go. Alright, now we are just going to go back up to that elder, and we're going to tell him that we found all the Kikwis. Now, this probably took a lot longer than I wanted to just to do this because of that one mess up at the beginning. Let's see how bad the damage is. Once we start talking to this guy, I'll do and check. And here we go. Alright, so he finally remembers. Okay. So that's that building. Great. Okay, so now we're gonna get something. Okay. What are we gonna get? And we got a slingshot. Awesome. Alright, so now we got our first item. And of course now we're gonna learn how to use the slingshot. Okay. Alright, so now all we gotta do is just go, press B. Whoop, no, I did not call you. I tried centering my cursor. And then we gotta go and pick the slingshot. There we go. And then we just gotta press A to hold, to pull back, and then press O, and then release it. And I almost hit the enemy way off in the distance. Okay. Now he's just kind of like, okay, what's going on? Okay, I guess nothing is. I'm going to be stealthy with this, and I'm just going to go up to him and say hello. And slash, slash. I know that was cheap, but normally you can't do that, so I'm going to get that out of my system now before I end up doing that later against enemies that will kill me, right? Darn it. See, that's how you lose stuff. Great, one of these guys. Alright. Easy enough. This is back to that first area, isn't it? Yep. Of course I'm going the wrong way. Let's head back. It's very easy for me to get disoriented. Ooh, I'm definitely going to pick that up. There we go. We got ourselves a piece of a heart. Collect 4 to increase your heart. Alright. Now in this game, swimming will become better on. The further we get, the better swimming will become, because right now, well, you can't swim down or anything, but of course that's any Legend of Zelda game. Swimming becomes essential later in the game. Alright, now let's go and attack these guys. Hello! Okay, that works. Gets him off my trail, and I don't have to worry about him. Is there anything down there? Yep, okay, there's nothing down there. Okay. Alright. So we're gonna save. Now, I am thinking, I am just going to go, no, okay, I am going to go and stop at this point, because we are at about a half an hour, and so, yeah, I realized how long this Let's Play is going to be, because, yeah, I'm thinking if I get done with one major objective, like this Kikwis hide-and-seek thing was just kind of an annoyance, more of just a way to learn how to use the dowsing, you know, not really anything special. So, yeah, this is probably gonna be a lot longer than the Metroid Let's Plays, that's for sure. So, this is gonna be interesting to see how things go from here on out. Into the next part, we are going to be meeting. We are definitely going to be going into the temple. I'm gonna try finishing the temple in one part. If I have to extend it, I will extend it, because that temple, I'm not sure how long it's going to take. I really do not have a clue to kill this guy. But, yeah, so we're going to go through the next temple. We're going to learn what is really at play here. And then, well, we are going to go, and we are going to defeat that thing that's at play, and then we're going to hopefully find Zelda. Alright, then, for those of you guys that liked this video, please like and subscribe. I do have a Twitter and Facebook page set up. I will have the links to the description. Also, I have a Metroid fanbase set up on Google+, if you guys would like to join that. We are almost at 70 members, and it's definitely growing. So if you guys would be interested in joining that, just you can head over to Google+, and I do also have the link in the description. Well, this has been Salix8675309. See you guys later.